Hey there, this is Dawn, and welcome to Gulf Coast October. And I found the statue that I could have swore I donated this. I remember. Have you ever done that where you're like, what? So there's a scapula around it. I'll explain that in a minute. And no, my friend thought it was scary. It's not scary, but I'm gonna take care of you now. I promise. I will never donate you. I promise, ever again. But I can't promise I'm not going to completely and utterly redecorate you and paint you. So I took the scapula off. I always use holy water, and this is just these cheap paints that I use, and I had to soak my paint brushes for a minute so that they wouldn't be all crusty, maybe even from leaving them out from the last time I painted and not taking care of them. So yeah, so I had to like get them all bendy and mushy. Just my favorite ones. It's whatever makes you comfortable. I don't like the master whatever paint from Hobby Lobby, and I don't like the Anitas, but I'm poor. It's what I have, and I'm not gonna go buy more paint. But this is what she looked like, and I thought, what if I did to her what I do to the canvases? It's so strange to me that I thought I donated her. I remember, I was just overwhelmed. I had too much going on. I had things cluttered up everywhere, so I remember donating her to Goodwill, and I kept going to Goodwill and looking for her, and it never occurred to me that maybe she ended up behind a pillow on that chair. I don't know. But I was even looking on eBay. But that when I went to the Nashville Flea Market the last time, I was going specifically to look for another Our Lady of Mount Carmel statue. This one where she's sitting like this with the brown and the blue. She was so special to me because I just kept seeing her everywhere. So this strange thing is about to happen where the paintbrush on the desk rolls on its own. Okay, I did have to make the sound different so I won't get in trouble with copyright, but all I could do is laugh it off because it actually freaked me out. It felt like somebody pushed it, but sometimes strange things happen. Those little plastic gemstones were a gift, and they reminded me of rose petals, so I put them down by her feet. And I couldn't help myself. I just really wanted to do gemstones, and you know what I do with the black marker on my own paintings is I go back through and I outline things. Gives things a little bit of dimension and shadowing. I used to do shadowing a lot with pencil drawings. So for me, it's something that incorporates the shadows and the dimension even more into a statue. Just because it's already three-dimension doesn't mean that cannot be washed out. Things seem to get washed out a lot with the different colors that I use, so I like to highlight things with a black marker. Here I go, or here I try with my roses. It's not easy on something that's three-dimensional, and I like doing 12, but the roses just are my favorite. I like to paint them. I would paint them every single day. And I don't like the Anitas, but I do like the paints from Pop Shelf. I really like them. They're creamy. I hate the flip top because I tend to like to use the cap. But here I was adding the yellow so I could make vines. And it's not easy with all of this texture, and it's like painting through valleys and ripples. But, it's the effect that I'm going for is to make the brain think that there's a vine there. So the cool thing is at the end of this video, when you see everybody all sitting out, it's kind of like a little shelf altar, and yes, there's a candle on wood, and don't worry, I blew it out fast, and just don't pick on me. It was for beautiful aesthetic reasons. I won't do it again. But anyway, it'll make sense at the end of the video. But about a year after I got this, I had got the Jesus statue at the same maker of these statues, which I don't know if they're a good name brand or not. They're kind of interesting. Yeah, I think $1. I was a good payment on that when I bought each of these, $1 a piece. And I was so bummed. I came home, I was like, man, I donated that Mary statue. I cannot believe it. And I got this other one to go with it. Look how good she looks. I love when I can get brave and get creative and just add to the things that I love, But now I think I might do the Jesus one later. I don't know yet. I kind of want to paint him red instead of the blue he is, but I have to study and see if there's a reason why he's the colors that he is. Like her, she is brown because part of the message from Our Lady of Mount Carmel was that she loved the color brown, and that's actually my favorite color too. If everything in this house dang near could be brown except for the things I paint, that's how it would be. Again, I love to paint my roses, but right here I was going off on a side tangent and I started just using the marker to add more, outlining, shading, dimension to the base, and I wanted to do so much more with the base besides just sign my name on the bottom. I figured, you know what, I added art to it. I signed the bottom of it. But there was so much more I wanted to, do, and my brain was like, how do I just make this way over the top? So then I thought, I'm going to highlight around the baby Jesus, and the only metallic color I had was green. I had this gray color and yellow, and I was just trying to have some kind of glowy, metallic, iridescent thing going on. So there's not a whole lot of rhyme or reason to this, but I thought if I do that and then do maybe like yellow polka dots, it would look like illuminating, like an illuminating blanket, kind of. It didn't really work that way, but it's still pretty. I like the way it turned out. The initial yellow paint I tried to do this with, it had the consistency of poster paint. It was Anita's brand, but there was another tone of yellow, also Anita's brand, more like a goldenrod tone. A dandelion tone would work too, but there was something about this bright yellow that just mimicked poster paint, and it was hard to work with. I found my clear glue I was looking for another project, but I was thinking, you know what? She needs glitter. They need glitter. They need this iridescent energy. Just want this. So that's what I did. Before and after. She was beautiful. She still is. I like her now though, better. And with that, we are about done. And don't get on to me about my candle. Okay, just don't.